So this part 3 of our awards show is probably going to focus more on the wrestler's individual abilities.
Individual achievement, yes.
Yes, so first of all we're going to start off with our awards for Promoist of the Year.
That's not Promo of the Year, that's Promoist.
Yes, indeed it is. So we're going to start off with the best Promoist of the Year we'll go for.
Why not? Let's accentuate the positive.
Now, our nominees...
Accentuate the negative.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's fucking do it, alright?
There's no Mr. in between here. Anyway, go on.
Anyway, our nominees for Best Promoist are CM Punk,
The straight edge superstar.
Chris Jericho,
Who's just a genius.
Santino Marella.
Well, you know, this is the only award Santino Marella could possibly get on, and he is just so good on the mic, it's actually scary. If he was decent in the ring, well, actually, he probably still could be a main eventer either way. We'll see what happens.
It's not like he's any worse in the ring than Batista. The Miz.
The Miz, who repeatedly got himself over and is probably more over than CM Punk. Not necessarily deservedly, but...
Oh, he's much more over than CM Punk.
Shut up. But, yeah, he's just great on the mic. He really riles up an audience.
And Edge.
Yeah, he got injured halfway through the year, but he's Edge.
Yeah, he's still, you know, his achievements in that half of the year were very, very good.
And the winner of Best Promoist of this year, and probably every other year that didn't involve The Rock, Chris Jericho.
Now, the thing about Chris Jericho this year in particular, because I seriously was like, well, CM Punk's promo's been so good this year, we have to consider him really heavily for this award, but Chris Jericho, if you factor in the whole year all the way through, in a sort of bubbling under manner, Chris Jericho's just been carrying this company for the whole year.
Chris Jericho has been wrestling with shadows most of this year. You know, he's not actually been having a promo. You know, he had that storyline against the Legends where he was just him. It was literally just him. I hate you all.
Well, it wasn't just
occasionally he'd beat up someone, but that was about it. It was just him on the mic. Later we had the same. You know, Rey Mysterio is basically nothing on the mic. Chris Jericho just made that whole angle. He also made the tag team angle after it went to hell. He made it credible again.
He's kind of saved it, yeah. I mean...
he's done an incredible job this year, just incredible. Anyway.
Worst Promoist.
Worst Promoist, and what a fine list this is. Jeff Hardy.
I'm hurt, but I'm here. And in your face!
Matt Hardy. I kill your dog, Jeff! I kill your dog!
I've got the collar, Jeff!
Here's the collar, Jeff!
Ted DiBiase Jr.
Who's the $1 Million Man's son?
My dad.
Ted DiBiase, right? Ted DiBiase is terrible, terrible, terrible. He is awful on the mic. I can't believe he made a film. It must be appalling. It must be like an episode of Home and Away. He'll be staring at the camera constantly. This man is bad on the mic, and he is evil. An evil man. In the ring, right? He had this match earlier this year on Superstars against Evan Bourne. He's not winning this award, but I'm ranting. Against Evan Bourne, right? Where Evan Bourne tried to hit loads of offense on him, and Ted DiBiase just refused to let him and just kept countering everything. He is going to be like Triple H. Watch out for Ted DiBiase. I warned you.
I agree with all of that, anyway. Just to make the point, I do.
Anyway, worst promo, John Morrison. Ugh.
Yeah, and you know, we love John Morrison. Well, I do.
Oh yeah.
But he's just absolutely abysmal on the mic.
And Raw guest hosts, just for their general incompetence.
With the exception of Freddie Prinze Jr., who was quite good.
I mean, they just can't remember a fucking line.
Those NASCAR drivers were ridiculous.
One of them was just decided to play heel.
Kofi John Kingston.
Kofi John Kingston. And the winner is...
Well, it's not really surprising given that our award for worst promo of the week is named the Jeff Hardy Award for underachievement in promo.
And it's Matt Hardy. No, it's Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy, who, for a main eventer, probably had the most consistently awful promo because he kept trying to do them as well. Do you know what I mean? Some main eventers like Batista sort of semi-give up. They do them less.
Okay, let's speed up here. We'll never get this done. In ring, best, John Morrison.
The John Morrison.
Rey Mysterio, what a year he's had.
I know.
Chris Jericho.
Awesome.
Edge. And
John Cena.
Now, everyone criticises John Cena, but the only thing John Cena is bad at is executing moves. You know, like a fisherman suplex, appalling. A belly-to-belly suplex, appalling. His finisher is a fireman's carry.
Yes.
His actual in-ring craft is really good, which is why he has a lot of good matches. But the winner of this award is not going to be John Cena, he's fifth. The winner of this award is Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio for just having a really outstanding year where he reminded everyone just how good he actually is.
Particularly in the Raw Elimination Chamber at No Way Out, where you're just like, oh my god.
I
forgot I really like Rey Mysterio.
And it was the fact that he wrestled such a good match that even though it was never ever going to happen, you were like, is he going to pin Edge? Is that going to happen?
Worst in the ring, John Cena. This is bad Cena. There are two sides to him.
Cena can wrestle really well crafted, entertaining matches that are actually very rewarding to watch. He can also wrestle abysmal matches.
And it's not necessarily to do with his opponent. You know, like, The Miz is quite good. I actually think Sheamus might be quite good. But he wrestled terrible matches against them.
That match against Sheamus was terrible.
You just never know with him. Anyway, the Great Khali, obviously. Mark Henry.
Obviously.
Matt Hardy. Why do people insist he's good? He's terrible.
2 abdominal stretches in one match! 2!
And Batista. Bobby actually said after TLC, it really annoys me the fact that I now have to admit that Batista's had 2 good matches this year. And then he was thinking, actually, he's a main eventer.
And then
I was like, actually, his good matches weren't even that good.
Yeah,
they were
just
3-star matches.
They were just so surprisingly not terrible because he was involved in them.
That's how bad Batista is. But anyway, he's not as bad as Matt Hardy.
Matt Hardy is the winner of this award because he's just... We don't understand why Matt Hardy is employed by this company.
Or even exists. Overall performer.
So this is the amalgamation of both sides.
This is everything. It includes the intangibles.
Yes, it does include the intangibles, people.
Let's go worst first. We'll end on a high for this part. Okay, worst. Matt Hardy. He killed someone's dog and he can't wrestle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Batista.
Batista is just an ogre who
You can't say that. Big Show's next.
No, Big Show's the Ogasaur!
Batista, I'm going to beat you.
Batista has the least charisma or personality of any man, not wrestlers.
Watch, here's Bobby being face Batista.
I am going to destroy you. You don't
Heel
understand.
Batista.
I am going to destroy you.
Right, the Big Show, the Ogasaur.
He's just bad.
He's actually alright on the mic, but he's not going to win anyway. Vladimir Kozlov.
Just bad.
I love the fact that he had a huge undefeated streak, then got pinned by Goldust.
Yeah, pinned easily by Goldust.
Also, Goldust has pinned Sheamus for anyone who doesn't know that.
Yeah, Sheamus is not undefeated. Goldust has pinned the WWE champion.
And finally, this abomination. I don't know how a creature can have so little charisma. This is Tyler Reks.
Some of you probably don't even remember who that is. You know, we barely remember who
Some
that
of
is.
you are probably watching a video of Tyler Reks on YouTube right now and don't remember who he is.
Yeah, he's just the most uninspiring wrestler I think I've ever seen.
Just him trying to get the crowd to cheer him, and they're just like...
Him constantly like... And then
Anyway, the winner or rather the loser is Matt Hardy.
Matt Hardy sweeping these.
He is a Kazarni Hardy veteran. Best overall performer. The nominees are
Chris Jericho.
It's Chris Jericho.
It goes without saying.
I don't know even what to say when Chris Jericho's name comes up.
CM Punk.
For having just the outstanding year on the mic, for doing things which I felt should have made him incredibly over, but for some reason he's far less over than Batista, who just went, I don't like you, Ray.
And is now the tag team partner of Festus.
He's the new Jesse.
Edge.
Who had an outstanding start this year, I think one of his best wrestling years until he got injured.
Kofi Kingston.
Kofi Kingston has proved himself on the mic recently, great promos, and he's become really good. I mean, he's really good to watch.
If we were going to do an award for most improved, it would go to Kofi Kingston, certainly.
But we didn't.
Nah.
Yeah, Bobby's annoyed by that.
I'm not, I'm just saying. And Randy Orton.
Randy Orton, who had a terrible start this year. Boring promos, boring matches.
Particularly just after he re-won the WWE Championship, his promos were so dull.
But he turned it round. Towards the end of this year, he's been having some great matches. And his promos have been getting better as well. So
and we like
when
him.
he's saying something different, his promos are good. Anyway, the winner is
Chris Jericho.
he is the antithesis of Matt Hardy. He is the positive to Matt Hardy's negative.
Yeah, because he's just great at everything, and he's great at getting himself over, keeping himself over, and just saving a sinking ship all the time. Like I don't know. Like it was just.
I think Chris Jericho is everyone who knows anything about wrestling's favorite wrestler. You know what I mean?
Well, that's a loaded statement. But he's our favorite wrestler, so.
So it must be true. Anyway,
Turnover part 4, guys.